Hey everyone, so today I am finally doing a sewing video. I have been inspired and I want to get back into sewing really bad. I want to start doing some more clothing DIYs. I have clothing that I have set aside specifically to do that with, and I have had it sitting there for a very long time. So it's about time that I do something with it. So I have a couple of different things. I have about 5 different pieces that I am going to transform a bit and make into something different to wear. Now all of these kind of have a similar theme, which is cropping, and we're gonna start with the easiest cropping all the way to the hardest cropping method. And you'll see what I mean when I get to it. Let me first start out by showing you the 5 items themselves as is. So the first one is all black, so hopefully you can see this, but it is a V-neck, there we go, with a little bit of a pocket detail over here, right here. And it's a 3/4 sleeve, and it is very long, and it's got like a slanted hem at the bottom. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but it's definitely got a slanted hem at the bottom. Again, it's very long, it's very much like a tunic length. I'm going to try this on and show it to you as is. So this is the first one, and again, it's got the V-neck, it's got the little pocket detail here, and you can kind of see the angled hemline a little bit better in this view of it. And it just doesn't work because I don't like how long it is, and then it also has the asymmetricalness to it, so it's a little bit harder to like tie up and things like that. So you can obviously see it's not perfect, and yes, I used my laptop and other things to hold it, but I think that's pretty close. So we're gonna now try and hem that. And this is the after. It is all one length, it's no longer asymmetrical, and it is now a lot shorter than it was. Now I did not go ahead and hem this one because I ended up cutting it to the length that I wanted it, and didn't really take into account that I needed to make it a little bit longer for the seam allowance. So I might still do that, but right now I think I am good with it just being cut how it is. I can still tuck it in and do that if I want to. So overall I'm pretty happy with the way that it looks after being shortened. First one is pretty much a success, I think. The next one I am going to crop or do something different with is this one. So this is kind of like a sweater tunic. It's gray and it's got long sleeves. And it's got this bottom that I want to get rid of. I actually want to crop it right before the skirt section starts and have it be more of a crop sweater. So let me try this on and show you what it looks like as is. And as you can see on me, it is a little bit of an odd length, so I can't really wear it as a dress, it'd be a little too short. And I don't always wear it with leggings, I don't know. So as much as I like to have things that I can wear with leggings, I just never end up wearing this. So for the gray sweater that I am cropping, I am going to cut it right along the seam, like right before the ribbing. And I think I'm just gonna freehand this and follow it through. I'm gonna take the scissors and just do a little bit of a snip, and then I'm gonna cut all the way around like that. Last little bit. Almost done. So I'm going to quickly try this on, and then we're going to reevaluate what to do with this bottom portion down here. Okay, so this is the after. I kind of like the length that it's at now. I can always change it. I can always make it shorter. I can't make it longer. This was here and now it is off. And I'm not quite sure what to do with this part. I think I'm gonna try and find something to use this as and to repurpose it as, or DIY it. If you have any ideas of what I can use this for, what I can turn it into, let me know down below and maybe it'll be my next DIY. Give me some ideas though, because I'm not quite sure, which is why it didn't make it into this video. But all right, so we are done with that. Let's move on to number 3. Now we're moving into things that get a little more complicated. I have 2 of the same tops. They're in 2 different colors, black and white. And this black one might be a little bit harder to show you, but basically it's a button up. It's sleeveless, and you'll get a better idea of this when it's on, but it has an like a underside that you button up, and then it has these kind of draping on each side. The thing with these, again, is they are really long, and the draping goes a lot farther than where the inside part is. So the inside part is like here, and then it goes a lot longer. Let me try this on because you'll probably get a better idea of what it looks like. This is the black version of the one that's kind of got the swoop overlayer that is more like a cape kind of a thing. This side is kind of what I'm trying to achieve, and this side is how it is now. See the difference? Hopefully you can see. I know it's black, so it's a little bit harder, but you'll be able to see better on the white one that I show you next. But I just think it makes a huge difference, and it could be a little bit more professional maybe. That's the goal. Now with this black one, my thoughts were that I would put a lace trim along where the extra layer is. So I'm going to show you this a little bit better, but that's my idea, that's my thinking. We'll see if that's how I go or if I just stick with cropping it. And I think I'm actually going to attach the 2, whereas right now it's not attached, it's almost like a cape separately. So I think I'm going to figure out a way to attach it. So I laid this out to kind of give you a better idea, and I feel like maybe you can see the black a little bit better this way. But this is my thought process of what I want to do. So this side is what I want to do, this side is what it is right now. I'm going to cut this, and then I am going to hem right along where the underneath layer is, and sew the 2 layers together. So I'm going to give you a quick update on this. I retried this on. I've been playing with this one, and I did one little section of the hem, and I think that the hem is going to be a good idea. So I am going to continue with that. And then over on this side, I have pinned one side of the lace, and because this extra layer has such curve to it, and the lace does not. The lace is kind of having a little bit of an issue laying flat and not crinkling, so I think I'm going to have to nix the lace, which is unfortunate because I really kind of liked that detail, but maybe that's a good thing that I won't put the lace on, because then it'll be something that I can wear a little bit more professionally without the lace. This is the after for this one. Now, I tried so many different things for this. I tried the lace, it didn't work out. I tried hemming both layers together. That did not work out. I thought it was going to, but what it ended up happening is this front part turned out fine, but the back part, this top layer here has a lot more fabric lengthwise than the bottom does. The bottom is tighter fitting and this is looser, so it didn't even out when you pinned everything together, or I pinned everything together, and the darts that I tried making weren't even, so it just looked bad all around. So I ended up just keeping it as it is yet again, literally just cutting it at the bottom, and I'm going to leave it like this. Now, do I think it could be better? Yes, but my technical sewing and alteration skills are not at the level that they would need to be at for me to properly, you know, do what I want to do with this top. So I think I'm going to have to leave it this stage of the DIY. I'm a little bummed out about that, but you know what? This has been turning into some real trial and error, mostly in the error department, but you know, I guess it's still a DIY. I really wanted to do more than just cut these things shorter, but it's seeming like the way that these items are, that's just how it has to be. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the white one I will probably just crop and not do anything to the bottom hem. Maybe I can do the sleeves. I don't think I'm going to try and do the lace on the white one because of the same issue with the curve. I don't think it's going to work out. So I'm going to try the sleeves with the next one, so let's get into that. All right, the next one is the same exact thing, like I said, but in white. So maybe you can see this one a little bit better. Again, it would be buttoned up and sleeveless, and then it's got that extra layer that's curved here. And you can see how much longer. We're gonna trim it about here. So let me throw this one on again real quick for you. Again, it is a little see-through, so just ignore that. But you can see the details a lot better in this one. So this is exactly like the black one, just white. So it buttons up, and then it has this overlay that kind of drapes. And I was thinking that I could do this along the sleeve. So here's the sleeve, and then just have this, you know, kind of as like a little cap sleeve thing, but all the way around. That's what I was thinking. I think that would be really cute. All right, so we are now onto the white one. Just like the black one, I am going to cut, and I think I'm gonna cut a little bit closer on this one just because it's white and you can see it more. It is now trimmed shorter. Now I am going to work on the sleeves. I have it pinned around here, and I do have like an opening at the bottom. I'm not sure if I'm going to close that or not. I also have it over here, but the rest goes all the way around. I would try it on before sewing it, but I have so many pins in there and I just don't want to stab myself. So all right, this is the after of the white blouse, kind of sleeveless, was sleeveless top. Yes, I am so happy. Here, let me move my hair so you can see. I am so happy that I decided to go with adding this ruffle around the sleeve hole, because these turned out so cute. I will say that it turned out a little bit differently than I had planned because of the way I sewed it. I ran out of this fabric because I cut it too short. Because of the way when it was pinned, it seemed like it was going to go all the way around. But then after I took out the pins, it didn't work all the way. So you can see like right here, it ends. Whereas originally I had wanted to kind of connect the two, so it was like all the way around. But I think it turned out really cute. It's very different, which is kind of what I wanted. The execution of it wasn't exactly how I was thinking, but that's okay. I didn't hem this one, like I didn't hem the black one either. I feel like I probably should have, and maybe I still will. Now let's move on to the last one. Last but not least, and maybe this isn't the hardest one, but to me it just seemed a little bit harder because I don't have anything to attach it to. So this is just a heathered gray, longer, again, tunic, 3/4 sleeve, but this one has kind of like a wrap style where it crisscrosses. Now there's nothing underneath, so it crisscrosses and then it gets really, really long in the back. What I'm thinking of doing is cropping it to here, but then the back and the sides, I'm gonna have to continue the curve and figure that out. So that's gonna take a little bit of thinking of how to do that. So let me try this one on for you real quick. All right, so this is what the front looks like. It's okay. I kind of like how the front looks like. I think I want it to stop like here though. And then there's the back. See how much length from like where I have my hand to the bottom? Like, I just think that's a little too much in the back. So what I want to do is I want to stop it here and then maybe have a little bit of a curve back here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve that though. This one to me is going to be the most difficult because I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to do it. That's why I saved this one from last. That's why I'm doing easiest to hardest, in my opinion, for my skills and my technique. I cut off the bottom like curve from the back, and I had a strip that I actually just turned into sort of like a tube top kind of a thing. So it goes straight across and it just kind of curves in the front and then ties in the back, and I got a 2-in-1 kind of a thing out of my last one. So here is what the final outcome looks like with this top. I didn't end up accentuating or continuing the curve. I played around with it a little bit and I just couldn't quite figure that out. So we have a little bit of an edge here, as you can see on the bottom. So it still folds over and everything, but I did kind of just, you know, do a straight across cut and new hem, and it goes all the way around. And now looks like this. So it's now a much more wearable top for me. I feel like I'll probably get more wear out of it. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. The sewing or the stitching was the first time that I used this type of stitch. So it did take me a little bit to figure that out, and it's not perfect. If you actually looked up close on here, you can tell that, you know, I did it myself and that I'm not the best sewer. So as long as you look far away, I feel like it looks pretty good, and it is a little bit unfortunate because those two spots are in the front. They're not in the back at all, but you know, it is what it is. It may not be perfectly straight around, but I tried my best and I'm happy with that. I'm happy that I have started getting back into sewing a little bit more. Hopefully I can continue to do some more sewing, and this kind of motivates me to do more sewing. And if I do, then I will definitely share it with you guys and do another sewing video. If you like these kind of videos, give this video a thumbs up and let me know. Comment down below, do you like sewing? If you do, what is the most recent thing that you have done? Did you do a DIY kind of like what I've been doing in this video? Did you sew a whole garment? I love watching like sewing videos on YouTube. I love watching like how to turn like something into something else. They're so much fun. They're so inspiring to me. So I know that this was a very beginner way of doing it and getting back into sewing for me. So now I have a couple of new or redone pieces that I can incorporate and wear in my wardrobe now, because these pieces were just sitting there not being used. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time. I hope you all have a wonderful and beautiful rest of your day. Take care, everyone. Bye.